Hello and welcome to another episode of Maddie Allen Live, special edition with guest TMoney, who is a Hexacon and economic developer in Las Vegas, Nevada, home
What's
of the world's first mass meetup.
what's up, guys?
Hey,
Vegas, baby, right?
that's right.
Right.
So,
T Money right here. You know, we're here in Vegas. So we're here to support the community and have you guys, any of your questions asked or answered, and logistics. If you got special needs or anything like that, we can kind of prearrange some stuff. So, we're your Vegas connection. All right,
awesome.
you're in the
Yeah.
house.
So I know people are joining in here now. I'm going to run a quick intro to be consistent, and then we'll get into it.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right. Everybody is
Awesome.
so excited about Vegas. Now, we don't know if Richard Hart is going to come or not. And I suspect that his style would be to surprise us by popping out of the woodwork with his operational security, or maybe he'll just keep working on Pulse Chain and create a glorious addition to the Hex ecosystem.
Well,
So
it is addictive, right? Hex is definitely
that's right.
addictive.
Yeah. And it's funny because I saw this morning somebody asked Richard, is there a meetup happening somewhere? And Richard tagged me in it. So I went ahead and put up all the links, t.me/hex meetup. That's the chat. T.me/hex meet is the notifications. And hexacon.vegas is where the schedule is.
Nice. Hey, Maddie, I see your chain. You're like, right? Your hexagon chain or your hex
That's
chain?
right. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. You're following
So,
Richard Hart.
yeah. Well, and Cookie Boys and Motley Investor and Ballet Brand, um, you know, there's a whole crew of guys. I'm not really a chain guy, but Hex is off the chain, so
Nice, especially with Pulse Chain.
that's right. Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, it's funny. I saw you guys on Syndicate, right? Discord
Mm,
Syndicate. What was it, last night?
that's
You
right.
guys were live. Yeah, so I followed you guys. Great talk, dude. RG and all the rest of the crew, right? So it was very interesting and a very interesting conversations, right? Which is nice, always.
Yeah, we talked about all kinds of stuff, didn't we? It was a three and a
Yeah,
half hour stream, pretty long
right.
effing hangout.
Nice. Yeah. It didn't feel like 3 hours, right? So
No, not at
not at
all.
all. This stuff goes. We're so excited, right? So, you know, time flies when you're having fun, right?
Yeah. Well, I know you and I talked on here the other day for 2 hours straight, and it
That's right.
felt like it went by way too fast. And then at the end, we were like, "Oh, we should have recorded this. We had so many cool conversations."
Right. I know.
So
It was off the hook. So it was nice. It was nice, dude. Nice meeting everybody in the community and everything. So that's nice. So, yeah, you want to kind of dive into what Vegas meetups are all about and where we got going?
yeah, so just like the first Hex conference, the first Hex mass meetup, it's coming together block by block. And so we're excited to let people in on basically still the development phase. Last night we announced the Tshirt Contest. You can find the details on my Twitter, and well, I guess that's where the details are, on Twitter. And right here, it's due on Thursday at 9 p.m. Central, so 24 hours before the next effing hangout, and people can do their own design. Did you catch that part of the show?
I did. So you guys
Okay.
are gonna do like a little contest, see the design, who gets the better design, right?
That's right. Yeah, and I've got a suggested design, and then people can come up with their own. Let me go ahead and I'll just share here
Sure.
what we got going on. Let's see. So
You think we can make whoever the winner is, make it an NFT, right?
oh, there's all kinds of things that can be done with the magic of the blockchain and with hexagons involved. So,
Right.
what do the instructions say here? It says T-shirt contest for Hexacon.Vegas meetup. Anything goes. Deadline in 6 days. That was last night. Submit image to me on Twitter or Telegram. T.me/Maddie Allin. Check out this concept from The Economist 2021. The world in 2021, their prediction. And you could even insert a hex theme. You can use your own casino gambling machine image. It doesn't have to be this one. And you can change up these icons to be all hex, getting a jackpot, or Richard Hart's face, or pulse chain, or whatever you want. And then I got a link there to actually an image that I don't think you can download, but that's why we have the graphic design people working on this.
Nice. Well, I have my little, I guess my tagline would be, whatever staked on in Hex stays on Hex, right? Just like in Vegas, like whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Oh, well, there's I've got a tagline here that says, what happens in Vegas is off the chain. Because, of course, being off the chain means it's not an official record. So,
Right.
But it also means having a good time. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. Yeah. So we're gonna have a good time. It's we're planning a lot of events for you guys to participate in. It's all by choice. We understand if you want to go and do your own adventure, it's absolutely fine with us, right? But we definitely want to like reach out to the community and get together, kind of meet up face to face, get those get those strategies in, right? And those good networking in. So you got plenty of the whole weekend to meet up at different places. And also what we're working on is discounts at every single thing that we're going to plan. So hopefully we might have lanyards or maybe even your own shirt, right? Your shirt's going to give you the VIP pass, right? Or maybe the password be hex, right? So
That's right. Yeah, we are. How far out are we from this meetup? It's what, 2.5 months away?
yeah, we're about 2.5 months away. We've done. Yeah, go ahead.
And so we're kind of still in the negotiation and brainstorming phase. But as you can see, things are coming together. We have the dates planned, so you can go ahead and book your flight. Some hexagons are coming in early, like really early, like the German guys, Abit and Patrick Hexlion of Crypto Sparbach. They're world travelers now. And so they're going to get there, I think, a week early and stay a week late and have an Airbnb German house, party house, rented out. And, everybody can design their own adventures. That's the thing that we can tell you today, is ready to go, is to go ahead and decide what dates you want to go out there, get together with other hexagons and decide when you want to go. You can go ahead and get your government jab. And that way, you'll be safe. there's plenty of information here on this blog to explain to you what my thoughts are on it and all that under Hexacon Health. Some people won't want to go to Vegas this year because they're still trying to accumulate Hex. Maybe you didn't have a lot of savings to start with and you still want to build your Hex savings. We will be doing this again and again and again because Hexacons build community, and that's what we love. So don't worry if you're going to miss out on this one, but if you have the means, you want to work some extra hours and everything to pay for your trip to Vegas, then we're excited to meet you. And so so that's the part we're certain of is the dates, and that the event.
So for sure,
happen.
I'm going to be there. I already booked my flight. It's called an Uber.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
go
You
down to
live
the
in.
Strip.
So how long have you lived in Vegas?
I've lived in Vegas since 1977, so I'm kind of dating myself, I guess. So, yeah, I grew up in Vegas since I was 3 years old. So,
Awesome.
yeah, it's a long time vegan. Work here, play here. Family's all here. So, we have a big. We got a pretty good Hexagon community out here in Vegas. We have our own get-togethers too. We
Wow.
call them crypto nights, right? And have the little disco ball, and we go. We go. We got the DJ and everything going on. So, I want to get a shout out to my brother Lewis. Lewis is probably on the chat, and then also a shout out
He's
with
the first one to
Julio.
comment.
There he is. There he is. He's good morning, Hexacons from Vegas. He's actually at work right now. He's incognito with his Hexacon glasses. Nice. Get back to work, Lewis. No, I'm just joking. So, and then I want to get a shout out to my good buddy Julio. He does part of our channel, and which is freedomtv.info. We're promoting Hex in a big way, and also pretty much our biggest push is to educate people on financial freedom, like that financial independence. So Hex is a big way we can do, that you can do that. We haven't really found a lot of, products that can really deliver. So yeah, there's other ones that if you type it in for Freedom TV, there's only one though. That's we're talking.
I like your website a lot.
Yeah, that's our website right there. It's freedomtv.info.
Very nice.
Yeah. So you can see us on Odyssey. We have little trainings how to get your MetaMask, download your MetaMask. We're really pushing people to go in the crypto space and take back that freedom, because the Fed is not taking care of us, right? So it's all about what they're doing. So our last one, I want to get a shout out to Hodl Dog. It was a funny video.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. I don't know if he's German, right? But he's just a smooth talker. He's like, he talks like Arnold, right? And he's very smooth.
Is he Swiss?
Huh? I think he's Swiss. Yeah. I don't know, but I love the dude. He's, all his channels, he brings in really good content too. So
yeah, he does.
I like following him. Yeah. So shout out to all the Hexacons. Yeah. So yeah, you can kind of follow us on Twitter and Facebook, Instagram. We got our TikTok channel also, so we'll post on there. Yeah. So and that's why I want to give shout out to Julio again. He's a great guy. He does a lot of our graphics and whatnot. So he's a hard worker.
Awesome. Yeah. And shout out to Marcos. Oh
yeah, Marcos. That's right. Marcos. He's a great guy too. He actually he works at Cosmo, so you can hit him up there. Also, the Cosmopolitan. That's another hotel and casino downtown. So.
Well, I hear that his brother knows somebody at the front of the house for the Hex Restaurant.
That's correct. Yeah, actually, he's the one that's gonna give us some dibs on the HEXX restaurant. The Hex Restaurant. So,
Yeah, you guys have so many connections.
oh yeah,
It's
dude, this
so
is my town. What
amazing.
are you talking about?
Yeah,
I'm like Don Corleone here, right? So
look at this.
everybody knows me. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
got Shaquille O'Neal lifting up an employee
yeah.
in real life
Right,
on
right,
the
right, right.
Instagram. They got some sort of potion here that'll
Yeah.
intoxicate people. And then, of course, they're doing social distancing. But this is a cool place to take a picture. I've seen a lot of groups on Instagram post pictures of them on the steps outside of Hex Restaurant, which is right below this big Eiffel Tower.
Yeah,
And
right there in front of the Paris. It's the Paris Hotel and Casino. So
this is right across the street from the Bellagio fountains.
that is
So you
correct.
have a beautiful view there as well.
So yeah, so for the meetup, so going over the here the schedule. So yeah, we're gonna pretty much meet up at the top of the stratosphere, right at the Sky Lounge. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. So
right.
like, did you want to start off with like when people arrive, like kind of
Oh
what
yeah,
what
yeah.
what you're thinking?
Yeah, so this is what we're thinking. So if we go over the schedule, so Thursday we're gonna have our Vegas peeps, Hexicans are gonna be in their shirts and greet other Hexicans there. If you need any directions, logistics, or anything like that, or just give a shout out. Right, we're gonna have signs out there from that Thursday night. Probably from 4 to probably around till the meetup. I mean, as you come in, right, we're gonna have a little group there, kind of meet you in there. If you want to go straight to the strat, most likely you probably want to go check in right first,
Hmm.
um uh, and then go meet us there at the top of the stratosphere, like a pre-game liqueur, right? Pre-game
Sure.
mixer, and then so after that, I guess the next event,
So
is yeah.
so
Go ahead.
so you were saying that you might even be able to put together a team of volunteers
That is correct.
who would be willing to meet people and direct traffic and make sure that you don't feel lost, make sure you feel like you are at home.
That's right. Because this is home away from home, your Hexagon community, so you can feel that you're part of a community right away.
That's
That you're not
amazing.
you're not just I'm all alone here, and who in the hell's what's going on? Big city, big lights, right?
Yeah.
Especially the new people, right? Where to get the ride share. The ride share there at the airport is a little hidden, right? So,
Yeah, it
and
is.
yeah, right. It's kind of like in the Timbuktu second floor of the parking lot and the parking structure, which is kind of funky. So, so little things like that. We want you guys to feel at home and know where you're going and whatnot. Um, so you just look for us. We're gonna have our T-shirts on. We're gonna have big signs that says Hexagons here, right? We're invading the Vegas community here. So nice,
Yeah.
very nice, great success. So, so if you go down, I guess the
And
next one, right?
yeah, and
Where
so for this one, we're gonna
pre-made.
be. This is kind of the pre-meetup day. I mean, some people are gonna be getting here a week early. Other people will be getting here on Thursday. But you'll see with the schedule that it's got kind of a build up into Saturday, and so some people they might not be able to get off work really until Friday, and then they'll be able to participate in all the activities on Saturday. But some people will be able to come and meet up for the Thursday thing, and so. Another point that I wanted to make is we haven't decided on a final T-shirt yet, but we will have an official T-shirt that we'll want everybody to wear all on the same day, and that'll be a show of force and will allow us to onboard people and make conversations and people I think we're going to turn a lot of heads if we have 100 or 200 or 300 hexagons all wearing the same thing. And then the other thing is I'll be doing maybe in a week or two, once we have all the information we need, I'll be doing a survey through Telegram, or it's some sort of ticket system where we'll allow people to go ahead and say what size t-shirt you want, but then answer a bunch of other questions that will allow us to plan this whole thing out. So we'll keep you updated as to what all those details are as they become available.
Cool. So like we're going into Friday, you can go to Real Bodies, explore the Vegas Strip. And of course, the 4 o'clock, we want to go to the Hex Kitchen Meetup.
Yeah, and the reason for that, of course, is that we want to be situated by 5 o'clock to do a cheers to Hex, which is the local time that the contract pays everybody for the day. The Hex contract switches over. So that's kind of a theme throughout. I mean, if you look at the stratosphere, it's saying, you get there at 4 so we can all be situated by 5 o'clock to do a big cheer.
Yeah, we'll do a countdown, right? Like
5,
10, 9. Nice, and it changes over. You can see your Staker app.
Yeah, everybody. Oh.
So then, and then the Hex Kitchen would be awesome. Take a picture, right? And you can blog it and whatnot, right? Create some content, right? We're just trying to keep, getting a buzz, right? Like creating a buzz. So I have a contact at Cirque du Soleil, because of the COVID, we're still, what we want to do is get you guys discounts for being part of the community. So, watch for that too, those announcements. I already reached out to my contact at Cirque. So
awesome.
Hopefully we'll get some discounted tickets for a CAW or depending on what they got open or any of the shows, right? So we'll be announcing that anyway. So so you guys can hopefully go to their website, and then we'll have our own code where you can get your own discounts on the tickets, and you can book whatever you want to watch.
Yeah. So when I made this a week or two ago, it wasn't possible yet to get tickets because they haven't fully reopened yet, but they've announced that is planned to be reopened, and Ka will likely follow that. And so go ahead and hold off for now on ordering tickets to this stuff. I mean, if you can order tickets, it's probably a scam because they're not they're not taking people yet, but so we don't know which one will be the kind of the sponsored event. You can go to any Cirque. I've been to all of them. I've seen Ka twice. I love it. It seemed more Hexacon themed than some of the other ones. Some people think that is the best one ever, and that's going to be at the Bellagio.
My favorite is Ka. I love it. I love it.
And and so, but this has been structured too. The timing of this is also estimated because, again, they aren't saying when the show is going to be. But I think that's one of the times that they usually do like a 7 and a 9:30 or something like that. So we'll update this, and then there's some of these events are going to overlap. Some people are going to explore the Strip. Some people are going to go to a Cirque. Some people are going to go to strip club. There's all different kinds of little things that you can pick up on if you read this closely. So,
nice.
Moving on to Saturday.
Right. So there's the Pawn Stars, right? And that's a nice little get together. We can they got a parking lot there so that we can meet up there, and then take a picture in front, right? That's really nice. We got the Sin City Smash, right? That's an awesome place. The shooting guns at Battlefield Vegas. Actually, that's the owners are buddies. We've known them for a while. So
cool.
We're gonna definitely get some discounts for that. Your secret password will be Hex, right? So
that's right. And we've got a lot of Hexacons who are super excited about the tank driving, and so we'll keep that updated and keep people knowing about what's going on with that, because I've been to Battlefield Vegas several times, and I've actually never even seen the somebody drive a tank over, and so I'm really excited to see which Hexacons are going to be driving over which cars and this and that. I mean, some people have really wild expectations that Nardos is going to create a kind of like a Lamborghini looking thing. They have, I don't know.
Yeah. So if if heck could go to $1, yeah, I'd buy a Lambo and just plow it. No problem.
Mr. Beast style or whatever, right? Like tell somebody that they're gonna win, that they get the Lambo like for free, and then like drive over it with the tank first.
Right. So yeah. So definitely, we're gonna get you discounts to that one, for sure. That they're already game. They love it. They love, and I'm already on. I'm gonna be onboarding them to Hex too. So they're gonna be Hex
Awesome
too. So nice. Yeah, the Nerd is a great place. You can do some bowling there. They've got some cool stuff, and oh yeah, it's a nice little place down on Fremont. Fremont Street is a little bit off the strip, right? So
yes.
Right. So this part is actually what they call old downtown Vegas. So, which is Fremont Street, and Fremont Street is closed off. I don't know if anybody knows. It has like this. It's the largest Videotron or video canopy. It's a big canopy.
Viva Vision canopy.
Yeah, the Viva Vision canopy. And actually, you underneath that canopy, you actually can go down the zip line it. You can zip line it actually, which is awesome.
Yeah. I've not done that yet.
No, yeah, it's pretty cool, especially at night or in the evening. Yeah, you should do that. It's really awesome. Nah.
Let me see. I want to give people an idea. I posted the other day a walking tour of Fremont Street. There's people that like go live and just
they'll stream it.
Like talk to people and stream.
Yeah, see, so that's that big canopy right there. It's off the hook. There's a lot of vendors there. Great, you can get dollar beers, which is cool. So it's not that expensive.
And you saw there's these circles here, and different people dress up as different characters. You've got Transformers or Beautiful Babes or all kinds of. I've
seen naked people running around too, right?
And they're doing street performances everywhere. The screen on the canopy is just so wild, and they do shows every hour during the day and every 30 minutes, I think, at night. Where they play music that matches with the screen there, and then there's 2 or 3 different stages, giant stages, where they have live music playing when there's not too much COVID.
Live bands. Hopefully. So the state of Nevada, they're talking about being 100% open by May. Their target days is before Labor Day. So I think May 30th or something like that. And so which is that weekend, they want to be 100% open. Of course, you're still going to be wearing the mask and whatnot and protecting.
Sure.
But yeah, the state of Nevada has done a great job to, roll out the vaccines and whatnot. So it's awesome. So.
Awesome. Yay.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, right? I mean, we've been cooped up too long.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, even me. I was like, oh my gosh. And I live here.
Now the Nerd that's where they do the Bitcoin meetups. And I went to a Bitcoin meetup in 2018 in the middle of the bear market, and there were still people there all excited, shilling their ICOs and talking about being Bitcoin maximalists. and giving out free drinks. So the Nerd is got a lot of history in crypto as well. I'm not sure. I guess I think they do those on Friday nights, but it's been like 2 or 3 years, so I don't remember. But last I checked, they hadn't announced when they're going to start doing them again. But I thought it would be cool. The Nerd is such an amazing place already, but Hex, since we're planning to take over #1 market cap sooner rather than later, we might as well lay our claim and start our traditions at the Nerd as well too.
Absolutely.
We're gonna be taking over their spot, right? And
they just should change the name Hex, right?
yeah, everything Hex,
right?
But, so that'll be a cool place, and that's and we'll make sure people know where to go. I mean, this is on the second level of this little shopping area.
Yeah, the Neonopolis
spot.
Yep.
Right. Well, I spent like a month in Vegas last summer in the middle of COVID, but they had just reopened, and there's like a weed museum on the first level. I didn't go inside, but I thought that was interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
A whole museum about weed.
So just here in the state of Nevada, we allow marijuana, it's as a form of entertainment. So so you can buy your marijuana.
Cookie Boys is a fan now.
Yeah, you don't have to have a
FOMO in
or anything like that. So you can just walk into a dispensary and show your ID that you're 21 and older. And yeah, you can just buy over the counter. They got all kinds of varieties. Right behind the Mirage, there's a great dispensary. It's called Planet 21. It's huge. I mean, the place is huge. It's like the Walmart of dispensaries. It's big. Yeah, it's huge. They have their own grow house there. So, I mean, and if you're a fan of that, yeah, you can go wild just in there. It's like your little playground, right? And then the only thing is that you can't smoke, of course, in public. It's just like, they have the same smoking rules, right? So like in restaurants and casinos, inside casinos, they don't allow it, because, it's just like smoking is not being a nuisance and stuff. But, what I mean? You can be outside and, and as long as you're indoors and in your room or anything like that, you can definitely, definitely you want to get a smoking room, right? So,
okay,
yeah, they're actually talking about doing here in Vegas. They want to start doing like smoking clubs, right? So like you can smoke in public, especially for designated areas and stuff like that. So. Cool.
Right on. And yeah, so awesome. So that's the Nerd, and then right downstairs and around the corner from the Nerd is the Heart Attack Grill.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely attack him.
Yeah. So of course Richard Hart created Hex, and the smallest unit of Hex, 100 millionth of a Hex is a heart, just like a Satoshi is the smallest unit of a Bitcoin. And so we, hearts, they pulse themselves too. And so there's all kinds of associations. And this is where there's a Bitcoin ATM.
That is correct. Yeah, there's actually several. But yeah, that's one of the famous
one.
Yeah, there's actually in Vegas. There's quite a bit of ATMs, Bitcoin ATMs now. They're even in gas stations now. So
okay, yeah.
I was thinking about getting a couple maybe around here in Vegas, but for exclusively to get Ethereum and Hex, right?
Ooh,
that'd be nice, right?
And
Pulse. That's right. When it comes on board. So yeah, we're not gonna sell Bitcoin on there no more. It's gonna be ETH 2.0 maybe, and you're right, Pulse and Hex, right?
Yeah.
Go straight to your staker app, stake it there. Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A- And so they're gonna, when you go into the heart attack grill, they're gonna dress you up like a patient and put you in a gown.
Yeah,
They're going to give you a menu where you can order even the smallest thing would be really, really big. And if you don't finish every last bite, they'll publicly spank you.
that is correct. The nurses, so the waitresses are dressed like nurses. And they have this paddle. So if you don't finish your meal, yeah, they'll spank you. Seriously. I was like, what?
Seriously.
Seriously. Yeah.
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 There's no way
And
out.
yeah, and so for our bigger dudes, right? If you're 350 pounds or more, you actually eat for free there,
Wow.
right? It's like what?
What
Yeah,
a crazy place.
right. You know the owner, he's actually a doctor. Did you know that? The owner that
Oh,
actually,
okay.
yeah, the
Yeah, the
owner.
guy on the website.
Yes, he's actually a
Interesting.
yeah certified medical doctor.
Wow.
So he says if I can't, he's like, he's a heart surgeon, so it's like, he wants to be in business. So
Interesting.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He wants to pump his own bags, is what you're saying.
that's right. He's shilling
That's wild.
it. So yeah,
And there's of course there's a big scale out front so you can weigh yourself and
yeah,
see what you weigh going in and going out or
yeah. That's how they know if your meal's for
prove
free or
yeah
not.
prove
So
your 350. So
right.
um,
Oh,
some
and
people
by the way, they say they weigh you in before you eat. So if you're like 290, I mean 349, they won't give it
drink
to
a
you for
bottle of
free.
water
Yeah,
before.
or
Yeah,
something. Yeah, you got to beef
yeah,
up before you get.
yeah. Not medical advice.
Yeah, no, no. This is for educational purposes only.
So this will be such a fun place to eat, and then just like on Friday night, there's gonna be multiple options for people. Fremont Street is an awesome place to hang out, so people could do a lap from the Heart Attack Grill to the Mantis, which is in the outside the downtown container park, which is a giant praying mantis made out of metal that was displayed at Burning Man once upon a time and now shoots fire out of its beak or whatever praying mantises have
Right.
uh, every so often. So it's a very, very cool attraction. They play music to the fire breathing of the mantis, of
Right.
course.
Yep.
Um,
It's kind of funny.
I've never been inside the container park. I've only been outside
Really?
of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's nice. There's a lot of eateries, tapas. There's a lot of bars. There's on the second floor. They have a second floor. There's like all these little shops and whatnot. So cool little things, and you can get your trinkets, or Vegas souvenirs. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
And why is it called the container park?
Because the whole thing's made out of containers.
Like
Like the actual bar is a container,
like
like
a
shipping container.
like a like you would see on a Suez Canal,
Yeah, shipping container.
like
So they
a
like retrofitted them, and then yeah, and the whole building structure is made out of containers. Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Very
That's
cool.
that right there is a spectacle. So nice.
And
I think it was a very innovative, right? Kind of like Hex. So
yeah, yeah, totally. And
yeah,
then you walk back past the Heart Attack Grill, and you can walk all the way down to the end of the Viva Vision canopy. There's street performers, usually live music. All there's it's just a different vibe on
yeah.
Fremont Street than it
Isn't
is.
it? Then the strip.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I like Fremont. It's like more of your down to earth, grounded. Chill. Right. You
yeah,
don't have to dress up. You don't have to be
yeah,
cool. Right.
yeah,
The strip is like, glamour. I gotta have my Lambo. Right. You gotta dress up. you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, on Fremont Street where they have the you know random people in the circles who are playing music, that might be where Kareem and I have our dance off.
Wow,
That might give
nice,
us enough space.
nice.
Cause when we go to a nightclub, it might be more packed or something. So we might have to do it there. We'll see.
Do you break dance? Is that what you do?
I do something.
You do something. Maybe you break, but not dance.
Yeah. So, that will be to be seen. And then we're again, just like everything else, we're not sure which nightclubs are going to be open. We're not sure which one we're going to have the best connections at. But there are a number of very cool nightclubs. I've been to two of them. Here, I've been to Omnia at Caesar's Palace. It's a beautiful place. I mean, it's got wooden doors that go up, very ornate, that go up like 40 feet tall, and it goes into this place that's been fitted with the best light show in the world when it comes I think to having a cool light show, lasers and stuff going
They got
everywhere.
all kinds of stuff.
But I guess like my experience was that it was like way too packed and like not really. It was like all guys like pushing each other around and stuff. And so
Are
that
you sure you were in the right nightclub? It was just a bunch of dudes.
Omnia,
Yeah. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Omnia.
I'm just joking.
Oh yeah. And so that's one of the places that's like quote unquote supposedly the best place. And it's really, even to get in, you have to be dressed super nice. You have to, I mean, they have like a shoe code.
Yeah, they do.
You have to.
There's a dress code. Yeah.
You have to be kind of like. It seems like you could just go and get in, but really you kind of have to pay a little extra and be like on a list to get into like a side door and all the stuff. So
Yeah.
we'll figure all that stuff out for people. And then I've also, who did I see? I saw somebody really famous, like David Guetta or somebody at XS nightclub.
Oh yeah. Was he playing it?
A lot of years. It was like 8 years ago or something.
But was he playing the
Yeah.
the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember who. It was somebody like that. And
Yeah, there's
that was
actually a
beautiful
lot
place.
of DJs that play out here. So you got Tiesto and what's his name? Akoi, Akioi. I don't know how to pronounce his name. That Marshmello, he plays here quite a bit.
Cool.
Yeah, all those guys. Well, there's in May. Well, I don't know if they're gonna bring it back, but every May that here in Vegas, it was the EDC, right?
Okay.
Electric Daisy Carnival.
Yeah.
Yeah, those weekends were off the hook. Off the
Awesome.
hook. Yeah, and then they'll have the pool parties too. So
That they do during the day. Yeah.
yeah.
So this is a cool place. Another option. And I know Kareem has like a whole list of places that he goes that he's excited about. So we'll have to work with him and other people who have connections and make sure that we settle on one place that people are going to want to go. And,
right. There's I mean, there's so many places. There's Hakkasan. That's at the MGM. That's a pretty cool place. That's what Kareem was. Was it Kareem or Wales only?
Wales has never been. So
oh, he's never been.
Yeah.
So then it was Kareem. Yeah, I knew it was one of them. So, yeah, which is nice. And yeah, that's what we're going to be coordinating so that we can get you guys some great discounts, just for being a Hex kid.
Awesome. Yeah. Right. Cool.
Nice.
And then on Sunday, it's kind of just planned to be pick your own adventure, lots of different things. Here's a list of some things that I either I've done or family's done and has had a really good time. Here's a picture of me from last year, having just this was right before I raced a Lambo with my Bitcoin bro at Speed Vegas. That was a fun adventure. And you can rent a boat or a jet ski on Lake Mead or rent an ATV. You can go hiking at Red Rock Canyon.
Yeah, Red Rock Canyon's awesome. That's a great spot just to hike and stuff. If you like hiking or being out the outdoors, there's quite a bit to do out here. It's really nice, especially in that time of just make sure that time of year is going to be super hot. So you got to carry water everywhere you go. Sunscreen if you're on the light complected side, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Last summer I went hiking at Mount Charleston. Charleston.
Yeah, Mount Charleston. Yeah, it's nice. It's up in the mountain.
It was
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, right? Like 45 minutes or maybe a 50-minute drive, and it's like a forest. It's a whole forest. It's not desert anymore. So most people don't know that. Yeah. And then you have a lake that's about 45, 50 minutes south of Vegas.
Is that the Lake Mead?
Lake Mead, yeah. You got Lake Mead. Lake Las Vegas is really nice too, just to, chill at. Well, that's right on like at the little cusp of Lake Mead. It's part of Lake Mead actually. So we call it Lake Las Vegas. Yeah. And then there's a little town called, it's one of the suburbs of Vegas. It's Henderson. Downtown Henderson is awesome. It's like, you got all the shops and you can walk, and that's nice. Also, Boulder City is really, really nice. It's really quaint. There's all these tasting rooms and wine. Actually, Nevada has a winery. It's in Pahrump, Nevada. So if you want to go off the beaten path, kind of explore. There's a lot of stuff to explore.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's not only the Strip. So
people can learn more at the chat that we're doing on Telegram. People are sharing ideas of what they're gonna do and asking questions. They can be answered. Here's a map of a lot of the areas that are out there, the downtown and the main Strip. And let's see. Then this is not the official shirt, but this is where it's going to go. Hexologist randomly got banned from Redbubble a day or two ago, so that might not be up to date, but we're going to have all the merch for you to be able to represent. So
wonderful. So yeah, Nevada is a pretty cool place to be. There's no even to do business here, it's awesome. There's no state tax like corporate tax or anything like California, right? That's why a lot of Californians, actually last year in 2020, there was 100,000 Californians that migrated to Nevada.
Wow.
Can you imagine that? Mass 100,000 people saying, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that? Like Seth Rogen, and he went to Texas, and who's that other YouTuber?
Everybody.
His name is Graham Stefan. I don't know if you know him. He's like a YouTuber, real estate guy. Yeah, he was in that show, some kind of real estate show. I don't remember, but yeah, he moved out here too. You can check his the reasons why he did. They're all millionaires, so. They're like, I'm not paying taxes. And the cool thing is also the state of Nevada actually already it's on their NRS codes. It's called Nevada Revised Statutes. That anything that's on the blockchain is considered an asset, and it's non-taxable to hold.
What do you mean?
So yeah, like back in 2018, it passed. It was NRS code. I forget the number, but you can look it up. It's on anything that's on a blockchain. So like any cryptocurrency blockchain.
So there's no state. There's
never going to be
tax.
No, and it's in the
for crypto.
For crypto, ever. So the only way they can flip that if it has to have a state Congress has to get together and rewrite the law. So, which is
Cool.
nice. So it's like open,
Which
like
is
open
different
door
than in
policy.
California. They would tax that
That is
at the
correct.
state
Yeah.
level, not
Yes,
just the
they would.
federal level.
That is correct. Yeah. So
Very
they're making it
cool.
easier to do business here in crypto. And I get it. I think it's because I feel the casinos, they're going to have their own cryptocurrency.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely it's going to go that route because, they don't want cash. They want cashless, right? It's easier to track their, because I don't know if you knew, Nevada, they have a gaming tax. It's a 5% gaming tax, and they get
Oh,
audited.
okay.
Yeah, they get audited. Oh, did you know that the IRS cannot audit a casino?
No.
Yeah, an IRS agent cannot walk into a casino and audit it. It has to go through the state first. So the IRS has to they have to get like if it's a federal they have to get a federal warrant, and then they have to go through the gaming commission, the Nevada Gaming Commission, to actually audit. So the only person that can or the only entity that can audit a Nevada casino is the Nevada Commission Board.
Oh, that's convenient for them.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a whole other history there because on the board, there's 5 people on the board, like the Nevada Gaming Commission,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's appointed for life. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And you know why there's 5 on the board?
Why?
Because it's for the 5 families.
Ooh,
Yeah, the
interesting.
mafia. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Vegas was founded on the mafia, man. It was blatant back in the day in the 70s when I was a kid. Yeah. It was a different feel. Now it's all corporate, but before it was like, everybody, it was kind of like Cheers, right? Everybody knew your name. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was kind of interesting. So what was it in the because gambling was here a long time ago. So like Vegas itself was founded in 1905. So and it was just a pit stop for the Union Railroad, and that's how
Oh wow.
yeah, it was because they had the steam trains, and Vegas had a lot of water, so the steam trains would just it's a pit stop to uh, you know get water into the steam trains again. And
Uh-huh.
so, people would stop, and then that's how that. And Fremont was um, the top of the Fremont. It's on Main and Fremont. That used to be it's called what is that casino? I want to say this Golden Spike. I don't know if it's called that anymore. But anyways, that casino was actually the railroad stop. That was the actual Union Railroad stop. Yeah. So anyways, um, there's that famous restaurant in that casino. It's called Oscars.
Main
So
Street
like,
Station?
yeah, now it's called. That's right, Main Street Station. So that used to be the old back in the day, way in the 1900s. That used to be the train station.
Wow.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So and then also right there on the other side of the well, you don't see it in this map. Oh, actually, where it says downtown, there's the old post office was converted into the mob museum. So if you want to know everything about like if you like
Oh, that's right.
history, yeah, it's called right where it says downtown Grand, right across the street on Stewart. Yeah, where it says 515, like that property right there. That's the mob museum. Great, that's a great if you like history and want to know how Vegas was founded and yeah, it's blatant. Like how they got caught in the 80s. It was not until the 80s they got caught, and that's why in the 90s Vegas became more of a corporate place. So
Wow.
it's kind of planned. That's why MGM Resorts they own half of the strip, and it's for a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. So yes, that's the inner belly of knowing what's Vegas. So
That's right. And that's why we're gonna pull as many strings as we can there. And
of course.
so it looks like for people's booking rooms, we're gonna try to hold off here until a Monday. We might get our discount code that we need in order to use the link that we'll put out on Monday or whenever they get our support ticket filled. So
Right.
TMoney has gotten a support ticket in with them and
Yep.
has gotten it worked out. And so now we just need our secret code,
Yep.
and then we'll be getting a discount.
Yeah,
I
that's
hope.
so yeah, any MGM resort, it's going to be any MGM resort property, you can get a discount. So you just go on their website, and then we're going to have our own proper code. So we'll disseminate that once we get the code from our coordinator there at our contact from MGM. So it's going to be
Now,
off the hook.
yeah, that's awesome. And now, so MGM owns Luxor, is that right?
Yeah, they own the Luxor, they own the Mandalay Bay, the Excalibur.
Oh, the
MGM.
Mandalay Bay too,
Yeah, they own the
and the Excalibur.
and the Delano.
Where's that?
Behind the Mandalay Bay. See the Delano?
Ah, there it is.
Or Delano? I don't know how you want to pronounce it. So yeah,
Okay.
they own that property, Mandalay Bay, Luxor, Excalibur, New York, MGM. Well, it's not Monte Carlo no more. It's called the Park now. They own that
okay,
one.
that's right.
Yeah, they own the Vidara, the Aria, which is right next to the Monte Carlo or the Park.
Okay.
They own Signature, which is, if you scroll a little bit down, well, I can't see because it's
Here it is.
it's behind. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the Signature at the MGM. They own that one too. They own the Bellagio, which is a little bit up. Yeah, they own the Bellagio and the Mirage.
Where's the Mirage?
Mirage is next to Caesar's
There it
Palace.
is.
Yeah, the Mirage. So any of those,
Wow.
yeah, so any of those properties you can stay. So those, you can pick of the litter, right? I know for a fact, if for us, some people that are on a budget, right, and they want to go, pretty, they want to go skimp. Excalibur right now is the lowest price right now. I think it's about $120 a night. So for the 3 nights, June 24th, 25th, 26th. So that's going to be your cheapest one on the Strip. So, and then you can go, you don't have to go through MGM and use our discount code. I mean, you can go off the Strip and it's a lot cheaper. So like if you blow it out a little bit,
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, so you got the Rio, the Palms, Gold Coast, right? And if up the street, the cheapest one out of everything would be actually Palace Station, which is nice. If you got to go up the road still. Yeah, the Palace Station right there, which is good. I don't know if you want to stop by the Trump. I don't want to go political on you, but for the Trumpers, right?
Well, we'll let them pick. Everybody can pick their own adventures here,
Pick your own adventure, right? If you want to, the Circus is cool too. That one's pretty cool too. So
that's a fun place to hang out.
Yeah, if you want it, like it's family friendly. That one's your family friendly. If you want to, like, I don't know, bring your kids and stuff. They have the Adventure Dome there, and then they got the pool area. And actually, behind the Circus is where the Battlefield Vegas is.
Okay,
So,
that's right. Yeah.
Right. And then I don't know why they have the Riviera there. Actually, that's been imploded. That's
okay.
Done.
Don't stay there.
Yeah, don't stay there. Yeah.
Can you speak to the economics of whether Uber's going to be back up and running?
Yeah, Uber's
because I heard that they're like, a lot of the drivers are like sitting out because they're getting government checks or something.
No. They're up and running. There's rideshare is up and running.
Okay.
Yeah. So in other words, a lot of people stopped doing it because everything was closed. The whole Strip was closed. And then of course they were getting their government checks and whatnot, and they're like, why should I, I'm making $4,000. Why should I go back to work, right? But
Yeah.
no, things are open up now and a lot more. We're actually at 75%. So capacity. So like any business can be at 75% capacity in
Cool.
the
So there's no
occupancy.
shortage of Ubers now?
No, not yeah. Before it was, but not anymore.
Okay.
People are going back to
Awesome.
work, so which is nice.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess there's a question. David Morales, he's asking, how are taxes in Vegas? I love this place. Yeah, right. Yeah. So you don't have state taxes. You just have the sales tax, which is 8.825%. It's actually less than California. Um, so if you work here and you're a W-2 employee, you don't get a state tax deducted. There's no such thing. So you get a lot more of your paycheck
Wow.
to take home. Yeah.
Not
Yeah. So
bad.
it's just your federal taxes that you got to pay. Right. Oh yeah. Julio says 8.275% actually. Yeah. Thanks, Julio.
Stratosphere, he says, is a good price too.
Oh yeah.
Magnificent
Stratosphere is a good
views.
price. So if you want to just, meet up, which is our first meetup, right? That's a good place, nice place to stay. And it's kind of like right in between Fremont Street and the Strip. So yeah.
Awesome.
Nice. So, yeah, that's kind of like the history of Vegas, right? It's kind of weird.
Cool.
So, and actually, if you want a good little tidbit, the Strip itself, actually, that's not Vegas. That's
What do you
not the city
mean?
of Vegas. Yeah, it's not the city of Vegas. It's actually the Clark municipality of Clark.
Oh.
It's a whole different city. It's actually Clark, unincorporated Clark County.
Outside
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
city limits.
That's right, and that was for a reason. If you look in the
Hmm.
history, because the first big resort was built by Bugsy Siegel, right? And it was the Flamingo, um, which still stands today, right on Flamingo Road. That's why that road is called Flamingo Road. And actually, his girlfriend was named after his girlfriend. Her like stage name was Flamingo. She was a showgirl.
Ooh.
Yeah. And actually where that property was, that was like outside of Vegas, right? So that's why
Mm-hmm.
old Vegas that's real, which is Fremont Street. That is the city of
Yeah.
Vegas. That is the city of Vegas. So, and so it's outside in Clark County because he didn't want to get like deal with like permitting and all that stuff. So he bought a lot of it was under Clark County or county commissioners and bought them off and said, okay, you can build whatever you want outside of the city. Like
Yeah.
it was like 3-4 miles outside of the city. Right now, it's
Wow.
like part of the city. It's downtown now.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that's a little history on that one. So
Cool. I was just looking into, you were talking about how some places in Vegas may have their own cryptocurrencies someday. And I remember a news story back from 2017 where one of the strip clubs had created their own token and put like wash off like QR codes on the strippers and had all these like supposed deals you could get for buying their ERC20 token. And I did not buy the token myself, but I was like, it was curious to me just how that would work. And so I remember watching the price go up and down, but let's see, it started off at a dollar per coin in April of 2017, and then it spiked up all the way to like $3.79 in August 2017, and now it's actually at zero according to this. But
I did not know
yeah,
that. I did not know that.
the Legends room,
Oh, okay, the Legends Room. Yeah.
they had
There's
their own.
also there's a weed token here in Vegas. So
Oh, is there?
yeah. So you go to dispensaries, you can use that token to pay, you know.
Crypto Butler, did you get out before the rug pull?
Was it literally full of shit? I mean, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. One of the dancers crapped on you?
No.
No.
No. That
He's
was
like, no.
thank God you got Hex. Um
That's right. Yeah. 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 So, oh, you know what? It was also just off the cuff or off the wall. RGB, right? RB, the captain, right? He was on with Nicole and this
Nerd
other
girl.
nerd girl, yeah. And they were on live doing a live stream, and I was listening to that one, and it was all about they were talking about NFTs with this other girl. I don't know, remember her name, her
Oh
friend.
yeah.
Did you see that one?
I saw that one. Yeah.
Oh, that was kind of funny. Yeah, she
It
was all
was.
yeah, and she was talking about NFTs for music, NFTs for different, concepts and ID badges or something like that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But RG, he's like, hey, yeah, but it's not going that way, right? I mean, the technology's here, but it's not going. It's all about price speculation, right?
Mm.
He's like, wow, a Hexagon fan. Yeah, of course I am. What's up, DJ?
Um yeah, well maybe with Pulse Chain if there's cheap transactions then people can do their art better on the
Yeah,
blockchain.
yeah, and then we can. I'm excited about that one. So because if we can, I would love to like all the hexagons. They use that to pay each other, right, and stuff like that. Not in Hex, but in the Pulse chain, right? So
Sure.
that'd be good. That'd be awesome.
I keep trying to buy the hexologist's tweet about buying his pizza with Hex, the first Hex pizza transaction, and of course those two pies cost him about $1,500 to $2,000 these days worth of Hex. Um, so on
Maybe we should do that in the Heart
value,
Attack grill, right?
yeah,
You,
yeah.
you can
Well,
you can
well,
buy me a burger, right? And we'll call it a burger, right?
I would love to. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We could pay everybody pay each other in hacks, and then
Buy
somebody
each other a burger,
somebody
right?
pays the bill. And yeah, no. Overwatch Partners is always talking about people owing him burgers for him talking in the voice chat. But one of our self-proclaimed sharks or whales in the community. Interesting. That was the guy with the Lambo that he wrote. There was like a fog on it, and he wrote hex.com and posted on Twitter and got a bunch of shit for it, and
Really?
then everybody backed him up. But yeah, we got all kinds of cool people in Hex, of course,
Yeah,
and
dude, it's funny. Yeah, I got in crypto. Wow, I don't know. It was like in 2012, 2013, I want to say. And it was like a fluke. It was if a friend of mine was like, "Hey, ever heard of crypto or Bitcoin?" He's like, "Hey, ever heard of Bitcoin?" Actually, he's the one that, you know, passed me some. He sold me some Bitcoin for $100. I don't even remember how much it was. I think it was in what was it? I think it was like still like $50 a Bitcoin.
whoa,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I remember it went up to like $300, and I'm like, yeah, I'm selling it.
yeah,
And back
and
then, the only way that you could sell it was like you had to go to Craigslist, right, and like look for someone that like wants it. And then I remember like meeting someone at the Bank of America parking lot, right, and we did the transaction right there. I had my
oh
cash,
wow,
and yeah, yeah, yeah. It was kind of like a drug deal.
yeah.
I was nervous. I was like, I don't know who this dude is, but I met him on Craigslist, so he's gonna buy my
Yeah.
Bitcoin. So I was like, "You got the money?" He's like, "Hey, hey, you got the money, buddy?" And so And yeah, so and of course, and then the transaction wouldn't go through like right away, and he's like,
Uh-huh.
and he's getting nervous. I'm getting nervous.
Yeah.
That was a little
That's
weird. So yeah, and that was it. I was like, it was different. It was a different time.
mm,
We're here in Vegas. We didn't have access to Mount Gox, or I mean, like it was very limited, right? Very
yeah.
limited people knew about it. So that was different. And then my brother Lewis, he's probably on still. Uh, in like 2016, like 3 years later, he's like, "Hey, ever heard of Bitcoin?" I go, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, but I don't know. I don't want to do this side slimy deals. I don't know." And he's like, "No, no, no. It's like it's better. It's better." And then we got our Coinbase account, right? Like we opened our Coinbase account back then. Like we were like one of the first people, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And you can only do like Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Back then. And then they had their own exchange that you had to go to another platform, which was Gemini or something like it was called. I don't remember. Now it's called Bitcoin. I'm a Coinbase Pro, right? So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, so it was that, but it was called something different. And so we did try. I kid you not, I did trading for maybe a day, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't have time for this crap. I gotta make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just watching the ticker and burning my eyelashes. And so when Richard says that, I was like, I got a business to run. I was like, dude, we gotta. I don't have time. I don't have time for this. So, I guess you could do your stop losses and all that stuff, right? But and then I don't know, you get worried because when you have 1,000, or when you're putting your house equity in there, right? You get nervous. So
Sure.
I don't know. No, and so I started looking for other coins, right? I don't know if you remember, there was this one coin. I'm gonna shout out to him, Trayvon Martin. Is that his name? His last name? He was a big promoter of BitConnect, right? Yeah, the big
BitConnect.
connect. Yes, we were in that. We were like, we heard about it. We're like, okay, we're gonna try it out. It did good. I mean, it did really good. We looked at the coin, we looked at it, you know, and the technology wasn't there, I don't think, back then, where you could like, because your wallet was in the exchange, and that's how, when the exchange just took it blew up, right? Because it was based on Bitcoin, and you would trade in your Bitcoin for this other coin, which is the BitConnect
Mm,
coin, or BCC. And it's the same thing. It's trading, but that only that coin, right?
mm,
And you could then you had your affiliate program. So if you got people onboarded, and then you can like stake it. That was the first time I heard about staking. So
huh.
you can actually stake that coin for interest, um, for an APY, and then you had but the thing is that you didn't have a wallet with your keys, right? It was all a fluke, though. Yeah, it was, right. So
Ah.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, I was looking into it, and like, of course, when Bitcoin went down, right? Because they were promising like 1% interest a day, right? Which is, yeah, that part. Though, you loan your BCCs, right? You loan your token, and you would get a 1% interest per day. That part was not sustainable. I knew that. I was like, yeah. So I went in a little bit, made some money, then I cashed out, and like, I kid you not, like maybe a week later, I was lucky. I swear I was lucky. I
Wow.
took it out. It was like, and it was only $1,000. It was nothing big. I think I put like maybe 200-300 bucks, right? You had a $40,000 loan with BitConnect. Oh my God. I feel sorry for you. I swear. I felt bad. I really felt bad because I was telling my brother, my friends, my family, oh, get into this, right?
Mm,
And of course, like a week later, rug pull. You couldn't sign into the website. right?
Wow.
And they were promoting this other ICO. It's called BitConnects X, right? Um, which didn't do crap. They didn't even launch it. It was whoever, I don't know, whoever was on the back door, right? Yeah, QT wallet with your own keys. Yeah, foresight is 2020, right? Crypto Ewok didn't know about that stuff, so I've come a long way. I've come a long way with Richard R. So, oh my
How
gosh.
long? How long after the guy went on stage and did the meme, like yelling "BitConnect"? How long after that did it fold?
I think it was like two
Does
months
anybody?
later.
2 months later.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it was like like I know in crypto that's a long time, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, like 2 months later,
And
like boom, right?
and what kind of drugs was he on, and how do I get them?
I don't know, but he was on something. He was like all excited and he's like, wow, and everybody's promoting like I got my Lambo, because I guess
Yeah.
the biggest promoters, it was kind of like a multi-level marketing thing too. They had
Yeah.
this right referral program where you can get up to 15 levels down, you get paid. I was like, how in the hell? Yeah, doing the math, I did the math. It took me like 3 4 days, and I did the math, and I was like, no way this is sustainable. No way. And when people started talking crap about it, I was like, yeah, I totally understand. I would agree with them. I agree with you, but still, get in,
So so
get a
so how
bag.
much? So just in general, how much X would somebody like you, when you got into BitConnect? How well did somebody like you do?
So like, let me see. So I remember I did the because I was not promoting it. I was
Mm.
not doing the affiliate program thing. I was not on YouTube. I was not doing that. I was concentrating on my business, like our business, our family business, which is,
Mm.
by the way, it's recycling. We own a recycling company, me and my brother and the family. So um, so I was so involved with that, but I think I put $500, and then it pumped up to. I remember I bought it through like $125 was the coin, and it pumped up to $800. And so
Wow.
of course that's why I was like, I'm cashing out.
Yeah.
See you later, right? But you had these other things that uh, you could do the contracts where you contracts. I did have a contract there, and it was like maybe $300. I had a $300, and you were getting 1%. And I saw the writing on the wall because like every day before it was like even more than 1%. They would do 1%, 1.2%. Sometimes you had 2% days, right, of
Mm.
interest, and those are nice. And and you have to lock it up. You had to lock up your for a predetermined time. Um, and so you had like 4 different contracts. You could do like 1 month, 30 days, and that gives you like nothing, like very little. It's like the same thing. The longer paid better, and you had like, but the more you did, so you had this like $10,000 contracts that were for a year. I'm sorry, for 30 days. So you could do $100 for 1 year for 365 days. So
Okay.
a lot of those people did the 1 year one, and so BitConnect never even reached the 365-day mark, right?
R.I.P.
Right. And so I understand, like, I totally understand all these people because of BitConnect, or even like,
Yeah.
and a lot of them popped up. A lot of those loan kind of, there was this one called Laser. There was, I don't know, there was all kinds of Mona V, or I don't know, I don't remember, but Monero, or not Monero, I'm sorry, I forget their names, but they don't exist anymore, right? They rug pulled everybody. It was like a lot of them, right? And so
Yeah.
um like, no, there was distrust. I mean, it created this whole crap of distrust. in the whole space, the whole crypto space. So like and that's why I understand why it was when Richard Hart came around and did his, and he's like, you know, longer pays better, place your hex, it's a contract, so and so. It sounded a lot like BitConnect and these other ones that were very similar to that. And so when he hit the 1 year mark, that's when a lot of people go, especially like myself, said, oh yeah, this is viable. And of course I had to do the math, and then the T-shares, I didn't understand them at first. So I got in Hex May. I could actually show you May 3rd. It was my first stake, and I think it was at 0.003 was the price. And yeah, it was still good. It was still good. And I bought in serious because I was so leery about the past. I'm just talking my own experience, right? I was like, I'm just gonna check it out. I'm willing to. I put $100. I put $100 stake. I don't even remember how many coins. I think it was like 10,000 coins or something like that for $100 back then. And so I staked for 30 days, right? So right, didn't know anything about T-shares, didn't know anything about nothing, and so tried it out. Sure enough, the stake ended, matured, and after 30 days, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna roll it over. I put another $100, and then this time I did like a 6-month one. I did a 6-month, so I got another $100 worth, because I was still looking at it. I was still looking at it, seeing. And then once, like a month later, I did the math, like in June or July of 2020. That's when I saw, wait a minute. And then I started watching Richard Hart's videos, and he explained how it works, the T-shares work, and I did the math. When I did the math, I go, oh, it's sustainable. It is sustainable. And so I get what it's all about, how the T-shares is deflationary, or, and has that mechanism. And then also, you have your own wallet, you own your own keys. That was reassuring, right? The transformation, how it was airdropped every day, that was different, very different than before. Getting free hex through Bitcoin, right? I didn't even know about that. I should have done that. I didn't know. I know. I didn't do my due diligence the whole way. So, that one thing I didn't.
It was only 10,000 hex per Bitcoin.
per Bitcoin wallet, right? So,
but 10,000 hex is going to end up being a lot.
Yeah, if it goes to $1, that's $10,000, right?
Yeah. So, and that's back when Bitcoin was 4,000, right?
Yeah.
So then started the AA and the free
right,
claim.
and so my brother, we started talking about it, and he's the one that. So when we heard about the big payday and really understood big payday and that whole thing, that's when we doubled down. I mean, we started doing.
Aped in?
Yeah. We started doing $1,000 stakes. I did my 555 stakes.
Hell yeah.
So currently, actually, you can see in my channel, like I show my wallet, right? I show the wallet, and then my strategy was, because I'm 45, right? So I was like, and the gas prices were cheap back then. I mean, it was like what, $3, $5 at the most to stake and unstake, right? Or even to exchange. Yeah. So because they were so cheap, I said, well, I'm going to do monthly stakes. So I started doing like a ladder of monthly stakes, and I did a ladder for 2 years, and then I did how I first started, I did a ladder. I did all the way 15. So I have a yearly ladder.
Nice.
With, right, and then I put even more, and I did monthly ladder for 2 years. And when the gas prices went really big, that's why I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do 555s, right? 555s.
Hell yeah.
Right. So, yeah, whenever I have an extra cash and laying around, I'll put it in there. So, Like for example,
Cool.
yeah. So I have monthly ones for the next 24. I have for the next 24 months. So every month for the next 24 months, I'm going to have a maturity date, which is nice. And also because the coin was so cheap, it was like 0.003. So like
Yeah.
with $1,000, I mean, those 2 year ladders or 24-month ladders, I did it with $1,000, right? And it was the
Mhm.
12, actually it was $1,200 because it was the $1,200 that we got, right? The free money, the helicopter money from the government, right? The feds.
Oh, the stimulus money.
Yeah. I used my stimulus money. And so I was like,
Oh,
it's
cool.
free money. I was like, free money. So I was like,
Yeah.
and this is with my attitude. I was like, well, if I lose it, right? It was free
Yeah.
money anyways, right? So, and then I just got my, what was it? My last stake was a $1,000 stake for
Mhm.
555. And I used my tax return money. So it's free
Yeah.
money, right? Well, it's my money, but right, it's check that I came from the government. So I was like, yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go ahead and put that right into the hex. So I did $1,000, so that's all I've been doing. And then this one, that's when, because I really understood it now. And then when big payday came down, it's actually when big payday happened, and it happened. In other words, Richard Hart really said, um, like he did what he said he was going to do, right?
Oh yeah.
Which was different. I mean, seriously, it's different from the past. That's why you have all this, scam, because I get it, because people were, people that was been in the crypto space since 2016, 17, 18, dude, they got rug pulled left and right with all these ICOs, with all these, loan crypto stuff, weird off the wall crypto, right? And um, so yeah, so no wonder everybody's like doubting everything, doubting
The
everything.
the first Ponzi scheme uh, uh, perpetrated by Charles Ponzi himself lasted only 8 months, according to BMA in the chat here. So
Yeah, I know that
apparently,
story.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what he was doing, right? What the Ponzi scheme was? Do you know what the Ponzi scheme?
robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah, but what was he selling?
Uh, Not tulips. What was it?
Nope. He was selling stocks.
Hex.
No, he
Okay.
was selling stocks for the Brooklyn Bridge. So at the time they
Oh.
were building the Brooklyn Bridge,
Uh
and he
huh.
says, "That's mine."
Uh huh.
And he goes, and he would write a piece of paper, and he goes, "Here's a percent of the Brooklyn Bridge. You're going to own that Brooklyn Bridge, and we're going to have a toll road on it." That's what he was telling people. So we're going to charge people out for the toll. And
Oh wow.
yeah, and he rug pulled everybody. He's the ultimate
Yeah.
rug pull. And like, it's not even his. It's like the,
Yeah.
the bridge was
That's
not
a
even
good
his.
one.
Right. Yeah, dude. Totally. And that's why, Ponzi schemes are called Ponzi schemes. It's pretty much anything that defrauds people, right? So, like, you're totally lying to your teeth, right? And I totally understand when Richard Hart says, this guy's a scumbag, right? A scumbag, because this person's making a coin totally to rug pull people, and
Mm.
just so he can fill up his bank account, right?
Yeah.
And because it's still the Wild West in crypto, there's no policing, there's no sheriff, right, in town to go to and say, oh, and cry to mommy and say, this guy like took my crap, right? Took my money. Uh, you know,
So what's
yeah,
different? So you were in BitConnect and
yeah,
you did an 8x or 7x somewhere in there,
yeah. It was about
and
7x.
you did the math and realized it was unsustainable,
Yeah, no,
and BitConnect did not last for more than a year, and then
no.
you get
It
it,
lasted about 8 months.
and then you
Yeah.
saw Hex, which has done
it
um,
it had a lot of the similar like context, right? So go big, and then they had 15-year contracts. I'm like, 15-year contracts, that's like epic contracts. Like, oh my gosh, am I going to even be around in 15 years? Is this website going to be around in 15 years, right?
yeah,
um you know of course all my red flags were going up. It's like, what? Like, they're really doing this? Like, okay. So then that's, I'm glad that Richard Hart was out there, promoting it. And he's the founder. He's the, he's the person, right, behind
Yeah.
the project. Then also learning that it's a done project, right? So
Sure.
I don't know if you remember, like a lot of these projects, they would do a roadmap, right?
Yeah, of
So
course.
he was the roadmap. So you could talk to him straight up and says, "What's your roadmap?" You can ask
Yeah.
him straight up. You don't have to look at the website and
And
then,
he's like, it's
you know,
already done.
then
There
it's
is no
already done.
roadmap.
That's
It's
right.
a finished product.
It's done.
You are here at the finished product. That's
Yeah.
where you are on the map.
So that was
And
different. Yeah, that was
and
different.
so, and you got in at Hex at 3/10 of a penny.
That's right. 3/10 of a penny.
So you're up about 7x. But
Mhm.
if we consider the interest, then and the big payday and everything, then
Yeah.
it's probably more than that.
So I'm straight up. So out of my pocket, like my money, right? In Hex, I put $4,000, like of my own money, principal. Okay. I didn't buy all those 4 grand in 1 month, right?
Sure.
So in my wallet, I got about 1.2 million now, Hex coins, right? I have about 110 T shares that I own. And I
Awesome.
have I think I have 28. Let me see. Actually, let me look at my staker app. I didn't even forget. So I have, what is it? 28 stakes. Yeah, I have 28 stakes where different contracts, right? So one are from, because I did it a long time ago. So my 8 month, my 6 month stakes, my yearly stakes are already coming up to bid. They're coming in, maturing. So I mean, I was just fortunate that I game planned right. I'm very fortunate to have Richard Hart behind this project and behind his word, because and that's what I tell people right now. Like my brother, he asked me, "Is this for real? Is this really going to happen?" Oh man, I mean, he's so excited, right? He's so excited about
Yeah.
the project, and I go, as long as that Richard Hart does what he says he's going to do, that's what you can bank on. I mean, people buy Tesla stock all the time. And you're pretty much banking on what Elon Musk is going to say, right? He's going to do. So, same thing if you buy into Amazon, right? As a stock, well, now it's not Jeff Bezos no more, right? He's stepped down, but back in the day when he was still CEO, you're banking on what he said in the news. That's why you would invest with him, right?
Because the price of a stock is based on uh, future earnings. That's
Yes.
where the value comes from. And so
Mhm.
the fact that Amazon, for a lot of years, didn't make a profit because they were scamming the government out of taxes by reinvesting everything and putting mom and pop stores out of business and
Mhm.
not paying state sales tax and creating a monopoly. They were able to build a business and not deliver profits, and in the end probably not rug pull people because they've accumulated now a bunch of assets and what's more important, a supply chain and everything, and a monopoly. Those are pretty valuable too, right? And so but the thing that's different about Hex is that it's based on math and code.
That's right.
And so that Hex is going to pay you in Hex,
Mhm.
which turns out to be valuable because people need to be saved from themselves by creating a savings plan and locking money. There are two
Right.
reasons you can lock money. One is to participate in a scam like BitConnect, and another one is to save money for your future self.
That's
And
right. Yeah.
so it's
So I'm 45, right? So I was like, okay, in 15 years, I'm going to be 60, right? 60 years old. If I'm doing my math right. So I was like, dude, that's a great retirement, right? It's like I put my stakes, I go 555, and then every month I just go another 555. So that would be 555 plus 30 days, right?
hell yeah.
555 plus 30 days. But so now I have a passive income, hopefully, with my Social Security check. Because I mean, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Like, holy crap, we didn't know what COVID was going to happen last year, right? So
Yeah.
who knows? Who knows what's going to happen, right? So people are looking for bankable things, right? I mean, seriously,
yeah.
if you told me there's no interest, if there's no 3.69% interest, if there was not even T shares, even if you told me it's going to be the same price, as long as it's the same price, I was like, worst case scenario, it's a savings account. That's how I saw it, right? So, but then you're giving me this triple threat, which is 3.69% guaranteed inflation in APY. You're giving me the T shares, which is to me is like a dividend, right? For people that don't do what they say they do, right? So, which right, and so because if they unstake early, right, and so they get pinged, they get penalized, and guess what? Because I'm the one that's in the game still and doing things right, right? I'm playing by the rules, then I should get benefit for that, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yes.
Isn't it supposed to be that way? I mean, right? Like if you're
the human behaviors of honesty and savings,
right,
are valuable.
Right.
Storing value, like this whole argument that Bitcoin or gold or the dollar or something else is a store of value. Store of value means you get your economic energy out after a period of time. It's your time locking in everything, basically. It's just that you're able to get out of it, right? So you're spending time in an asset to try to store value and accrue value and be early to things. But we're so early in Hex. It's the network effect is going to pay us, and then the human behaviors of saving and being honest are going to pay everybody.
Right. So I remember telling, like, it was in May or June, like first when we got in and having discussions, like, I mean, we're like, what if it goes to 1 cent? and seriously, I told my brother, I was like, dude, it's not going to go to 1 cent. Maybe 2 years from now. Right. That was my price prediction. I was like, maybe 2 years. Right. Because it has to get this, all this FOMO out and all this, I don't know, a lot of marketing and a lot of community. But it's been the community that's been awesome. That, and I think Richard, it has to do with it a lot too, because, he puts his face out there, right? He's the face of Hex or the project. He's putting his name on it, right? So, you can ask him about it. He's always doing these live videos and you can ask him anything. And it's amazing that, and I totally understand people are skeptical. I'm a skeptical guy. Being in business for 20 years, oh my gosh, you haven't seen nothing. You know what I mean? I had dudes trying to like shill me, a bunch of crap and, losing out $300,000, right?
Wow.
Yeah. Dude, I did a $300,000 mistake. You know what I mean? Wow. My brother can tell you all about it, but I won't tell you here. So
fair enough.
Once you get to Vegas, I'll tell you that story. But it was horrible. It was awful. It was just, someone, I mean, it's face to face, lying to your face, right? And so seriously, and so now you get into like morals and ethics, right? So to me, morals is the study of right and wrong. Okay, like when I say right, it's rights, property rights, which is your human right, right?
Yes.
Like your property right, and then the wrong is pretty much thieving or stealing someone's property, right? For example, like so the wrong thing to do, say, you go into someone's house, you break in, take their crap, right? You take them. So that's thieving, right? That's straight up, that's wrong. Why? Because you're taking someone else's property, which is their rights, right? And you're stealing it. To me, that's morals right there. And without any morals, there's no liberty, right? And that's why it's freedomtv.info. This is stuff that we talked about in our channel. It's like
That's
without
awesome.
any morals, there's no freedom. Like, think about it. So if people don't play by the rules, you don't have any freedom. If people
Mm.
don't play by the rules, there's no freedom. How do I know that? Well, if you go to Mexico and you drive in Mexico, there's not even any lines, right? On the freeway.
Mm.
They're like, they make up as you go. Like, there's no rules. You're like, oh, wait a minute. Like, the red light is a suggestion back out there. Okay.
Mm.
It's just a stop sign. It's just a suggestion, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's not a rule. All right. And so, but here it's funny because you have a Hispanic or Mexican person comes here and drives here in the United States. They're like, wow, people actually, they follow the rules. When it's red, it's, people stop, when
Mm.
it's green, people go and, actually yell. And when it's yellow, well, some people go faster. Right. So, that's the suggestion. So if people follow the rules, you have more confidence to do more. And
Mm.
that confidence means more economic confidence. And that's why the United States is one of the biggest powerhouses economically, because, yeah,
Because of the rule of law.
the rule of law. You know what I mean? So now we're getting into the ridiculous now where there's these laws. For example, taxation, to me, it should be abolished, 100%, because you're giving your rights to the government to pretty much dictate what to do with your resources, right? Not only
And they don't
yours.
do a good job. They're not
No,
efficient. We know this. This is
no,
provable.
no, yeah, they're not. Absolutely not. They're they do all these. I mean, they're the ultimate chillers, right?
Yeah.
The politicians. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make America great, right? Which, yeah, okay. So give me your plan.
For
Whoa,
who?
like, give me your roadmap, right? I remember when Trump
Yeah.
was talking. Let's make my kudos to the Trumpers, right? Not trying to bash them or anything, nothing like that. It's just like, give me your roadmap, and like, well, we'll give it to you in like maybe 3 months, right? Okay, so I don't know if you remember that, but he was like, we're gonna make America great again, and then they questioned him and say, okay, how are you gonna make America great again? So, like, give me your roadmap, and he didn't. He never showed. He never
So
showed that.
all politicians have rhetoric that they
Yes.
use, but never specifics. Never. I mean, never is a strong word. It's there. There is really not a good way because socialism doesn't work. So
No.
saying that you're going to centralize power and then you're going to dictate something to get done, that doesn't work. What works is individual people competing in order having fair competition, not having monopolies, not having corruption at every level, so that people can compete. Businesses can fail because you're not too big to fail. You don't get bailouts, and then you get natural selection in the economy, and the economy grows.
Right, and you have free enterprise, right? So
Yes.
back in the day, in the 1900s, right, we had what they call, I mean, even before that, like, in this country was founded in free enterprise, the free
Sure.
enterprise system. It's in, like, we the people, right? Pursuit of happiness. We're the only constitution that has that says, out of all of the 200 plus countries that have a constitution, we're the only ones that says, yes, you have the right to go and fulfill what makes you happy, right?
Yeah.
Which is, and so that's a dream to make your product, to do a product, to create a service for mankind, and you get rewarded for that. You should be rewarded for that.
Yes.
Not the government taxing you and taking, oh, you know what? Yeah, you made this product, so 25% of that's mine, just because you live in this country. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. Don't I dictate how I want to disseminate those resources? Right? Can I be the one that decides that? Right? I live in this community too, right? So it benefits me to do the same thing, right? I'm people are smart. They are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They are smart. It's, it's just that people are just skeptical now. They're like, oh my gosh, or they've given up too. They're like,
Yeah.
they don't question it. They're like, okay, whatever, I'm done, right? And that's too bad, because it's like they're living a life where, with one foot in the grave already. So which is not supposed to be. That's not how it was supposed to be, right? I mean, back in the day,
I'm living with one foot in the singularity myself.
Oh, nice.
I don't know where the other foot is, but one foot's definitely in the singularity.
Yeah. So, should I put a tracer on you so we can trace you, and I'll be your Morpheus, right, and take you out of the Matrix?
Well, I'm gonna get a Neuralink. So yeah,
nice.
Give me. I'll take the red pill and the blue pill and the orange pill, but definitely the pink pill for Hex.
That's right, the pink pill. That's right, and instead of Trinity, it'll be what is it? Pen Trinity. There you go. 555.
Yeah. Well, we've got Blaze music. She kind of has the Trinity vibe going on.
Oh, she does. Oh,
she's one of our Australian hexacon. She's a fellow psychology expert.
Oh, is there sparks going on right here? No, just
hey, I'm just telling you about Trinity in the Hex space.
Well, tell her to come to Vegas. Maybe we'll do a love connection.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I could play Cupid. I'm married, by the way, so happily married. So what were we talking about? We were talking about all kinds of stuff. I know we get in these tangents, right? But it was never meant to be that way, where even our schooling system is broken. I mean, hello, I remember I lived in a day where you actually had to crack up a book, right, to learn something. You had to go to the library, and you had to search for. I remember doing a paper in university. It was about the different dimensions of. It was hydrogen molecules in excited state. That was that was like a chem paper I was doing, right? And so. It was a scorcher. Yeah. Anyways, I'm quoting a movie, by the way. So,
that's one of the other things I wanted to ask you. I know we're running out of time here.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you. So, we're still in brainstorming phase, but I think it'd be fun if I can find a way to like avoid copyright infringement. It'd be fun to do like some community Hex, like watching Vegas movies and stuff. And I'm wondering if you can help me make a list here of what are some of the greatest Vegas movies of all time.
Oh yeah, I mean Casino, right?
Casino.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Then we've got Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That's actually a true story, but based on a true story. And what's the other one? Leaving Las Vegas.
Okay.
With Nicolas Cage. There was and so it has to be about Vegas.
Like so far we're off to a good start. There's the one where they're counting cards.
Oh 21. Is that called 21?
Yeah, I think it's called 21.
Oh, Hangover, right? Someone said Hangover.
The Hangover, yeah. Parts 1, 2, or
1, 2,
I guess the first one is
the
one
best
of them
one.
Is based in like another country.
Yeah, no, I think that's the third one.
Okay.
I don't remember, but there's that other one. Oh my gosh, Casino is a very true, like based on a true story. Actually, our mayor came out on our city mayor, Oscar Goodman, was on that movie, and he played himself.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
because he was part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Our own mayor. So you could wink, 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 right? So yeah, we have way mafia ties here in Vegas. So, yeah, that's right. Bugsy is another one. We were talking about Bugsy Siegel, right? That movie with what's his name? Suave guy kind of looking thing. He's Vegas Vacation.
Is that the one with Chevy Chase?
Yeah, Vegas Vacation is with Chevy Chase.
Okay, that's another one I was thinking
Yeah,
of.
actually, yeah, that's a great one. Um, and it's funny. One of the things that is funny watching movies about like placed in Vegas is like they're driving on Fremont Street, right? Like off of Fremont Street, and they turn a left and they're on the strip. And if you know Vegas, like you're talking like 5 miles,
Yeah,
right? So it's
yeah.
kind of weird, right? So uh, I thought that was funny. Con Air, that was
Okay.
placed in Vegas because they crash. Where they crash is in Vegas.
Okay, that's right.
Rush Hour 2, was it Rush Hour 1
Yeah.
or 2? Yeah, they go into the Dragon Casino. Oh,
Uh-huh.
the Ocean's 11,
Oh, of course.
Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, right? So, actually, it's funny. So Andy Garcia, his persona in Ocean's 11 was supposed to be like he took Steve Wynn, which is the Wynn Resort,
Yeah.
his persona actually, and his when he's they're describing his his itinerary. Actually, that is Steve Wynn's itinerary.
Oh, wow.
That's his real itinerary. He would always like be glad be there on the tables, glad to hand all the big whales. You know. Um, uh, Let me see. What else? Oh, and then also, it's funny because there's Ocean's 12, which is what's the name? What's that dude name?
Jackie Chan.
No, the Italian. He was in Don Corleone. Oh, Godfather. What's his name? That's right, Godfather 3, and Godfather 2 also was Vegas was presented there. It was about a Vegas.
Okay.
Mo Green. Actually, Mo Green is actually about an actual person that gets shot.
Hmm.
Yeah, Al Pacino. So Mo Green, that was on that about in Godfather 2, and they buy out the casino. That's actually about the Riviera, and it was his.
Ah,
There
okay.
was two brothers that did the Riviera, and their last name was Goldstein. Okay,
Huh.
they were Jewish Italians from New York that built that casino, and of course the Chicago mob muscled in and wanted to buy that casino, and of course they changed the name to Mo Green, and they actually did it, and they actually killed his brother. And but the
Hmm.
thing is that there was a law in place with the mafias where you could not kill anybody in Vegas. So if there was a mob hit on you, you couldn't get killed in Vegas.
Whoa.
So when he went to Arizona to Scottsdale um, to visit it because his wife was living there, so he went to go visit his house in Scottsdale for a weekend, and that's where the hit was happened. And this was back in 1963. 1963, somewhere around there. So actually, that part is really about that. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. It's based on
Interesting.
true stories. Yeah, and
Yeah.
also like the meeting in Godfather, they meet in Cuba. True story. That's a true story too.
Hmm.
Because that's when Castro took over in the early '60s, right? Um, Cuba and the mafia was trying to make a mini Vegas over there in Cuba. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. So that's really how where Bugsy Siegel got the idea to do a resort here in Vegas because he wanted to look like Cuba. He wanted to do a mini Cuba, but in the United States. So he was just taking that. That's the story behind that. Yeah,
Wow.
history. I
Yeah.
love history. Yeah.
Well,
Rush
this
Hour. Someone said. Yeah.
this has been a blast. I'm really excited we got to do this, and I
Yeah.
hope we'll be able to do it again a couple
Of
more
course.
times before Vegas happens. So we'll be able to
Oh yeah.
unveil more of the exciting announcements we've got for people.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're gonna start. We'll put a lot of the codes, your especially for the room rates right away. probably next week to get your code and get the Vegas so you can get your room rates and get your discounts. Okay.
Yep.
All right,
Awesome.
buddy. Sure
Well,
enough.
thanks so much for being on, and I'll look forward to talking to you soon.
All right, Maddie.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.